Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. It's officially 2018. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about products I've been loving lately. Some of them are new, some were given to me as a gift over the holidays, some I purchased on my own, and some of them I've actually had for a while and I didn't like them at first, and then I tried them out again and gave it another go and I fell in love with them. And that's sometimes how it goes with makeup. Some of these products might not be new to you, but they're definitely new to me. So yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. I hope this is something you're interested in, and please keep on watching. So I'm not really going to go in any particular order. This first product happened to be skincare, but that's just because it's right here. So yeah, that is the brand Glamglow, and I've been really loving this brand in all of 2017, honestly. And in particular, it's their Gravity Mud Mask, which is, it comes in this purple one, which is the silver one. Then they came out with a special edition one, which is the gold one. And it's just such a great peel-off mask. It gives you, first of all, it's fun to apply because, as you've seen, I'm sure, all over social media, you see those silvery and gold masks that is just fun to do, and then you peel them off and it just leaves you with this fresh, young, I can't really explain it, but like this fresh young skin. It just really feels like it's peeling off a layer of dead skin, and it just leaves you like so fresh looking. And what I love about this is that, you know, with certain masks, I never recommend you doing it the day of or the day before an event, because sometimes, especially with charcoal masks and masks that clean out your skin, they'll leave you sometimes with breakouts, which is totally normal. But these masks don't do that because it's not that type of mask, first of all. So I love to use these masks the day before I go out, just to kind of like peel off that layer of dead skin. And then the day of an event, I use just a moisturizing mask, like one of those sheet masks. It just makes your makeup go on so beautifully. So just in general, I love all the Glamglow products. They're so amazing. And this little guy right here is actually a lip exfoliator, which I love to do. I actually don't wear a lot of lipsticks, but still I do wear lipstick, especially for those of you who love matte lipsticks. I highly recommend this product. It's just a really nice lip exfoliator, and it smells really good. So what you do is you just take off a little bit of product on your finger. Whoa. And it just feels like that sandy, gritty feeling, and you just rub that all over your lips, and then you just wash it off with water. And what that does is it's just gonna take off that layer of dead skin and just make them feel so fresh and so clean. And then afterwards I just apply a lip balm and I go to sleep, and it's just such a great product as well. So yeah, just in general, the whole brand of Glamglow I'm obsessed with. Okay, moving on to the eyes, I have a couple of palettes that I want to talk about. One of them you might have guessed because I've done a few tutorials using this palette. It is the Morphe Dare to Create 39A palette. I love this palette so much for so many reasons. First of all, let me just show you what it looks like. I mean, obviously you can tell that it's been loved, it's been used. I mean, first of all, how beautiful is this palette? What I love so much about this palette is, first of all, I am a golden girl. I love everything that's like bronzy and smoky and warm colors. And I mean, come on, this palette is all that. Personally, I love the reds, the oranges, the cranberry tones. I mean, that's right up my alley. And also I love to like play around with the greens. I haven't used the blue so much because I feel like cool tones don't work so well on me, but you know, you never know. But it's nice to have as an option for sure. But I just feel like this palette gives you everything. If you're really advanced with makeup, you're gonna love this because, I mean, most Morphe palettes are just so amazing, and the texture is so great, and the pigmentation is great, and they're so easy to play around with. And especially also for beginners, I feel like, listen, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a palette, because some of them are so expensive, I feel with Morphe palettes in general, you get so much for your buck. I mean, come on, look at all of these shades right here. You get everything you want. This is just such a great palette that I've been loving and using so much in 2017. I just love everything about it. I think the price is right, the pigmentation is right, the blendability is right. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this palette. It's definitely one of my favorites, so yeah. And now to a palette that's by no means new to anybody. It's just new to me. I don't know why I haven't purchased it before, because I have so many palettes and I think this is such a staple in everybody's collection, but it is new to me and I love it so much. It is, of course, the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia, Beverly Hills. Let me just show you guys really quickly what it looks like. Again, I mean, you can obviously see the colors that I like. First of all, it comes with this little brush right here that I actually really like, and Let me just take it out so it doesn't fall out. And that's what I've been wearing on my eyes today. It just gives you like such a nice array of colors, and it's great to travel with because it has this mirror right here. So yeah, I just love this palette so much, and I haven't played around with it too much, but I tried like once or twice and I really love it. I love that it's, first of all, it's not super big, because some of the Morphe palettes, they're definitely big, which is great. But this one is a little bit easier if you do travel and you want like an array of colors to work with. I mean, here's everything you need. You have your matte shades, you have your satin shades. So this really works with everything, because you even have like these satin shades right here that works as highlighters. So yeah, this is just an amazing palette and I highly recommend it, and I've been loving it. And now to finish off with eyeshadows, I really wanted to talk about the Colourpop. This is called Polite AF. I'm not gonna say on camera what that stands for. It's not really a palette, actually, it's just a book of their individual Super Shock shadow collections. So you can just, these can actually be purchased individually as well. I think I bought this in Sephora, but you can buy these individually at Colourpop.com. And these are just so amazing. I mean, I've been really loving these over the holidays because they're so beautiful and they're so intense, but they're, oh, I mean, I'm actually wearing this color right here called Birthday Cake. I'm wearing that on my lid space today. These, first of all, actually I apply with my finger and not a brush. It just is so easy because when you dab your finger in it, it almost feels wet. It is such a fun formula that I just love touching it, first of all, and it's just so beautiful. And this is called Birthday Cake, and all of them honestly are just so beautiful, and I love each one of them. And these colors are just like right up my alley. I don't know if you can tell right here, but I mean, they're just so beautiful. They're all those golden cranberries that you guys know that I love so much. So yeah, I really recommend this one. I mean, I've been definitely loving them. Like I said, if you don't want all 6, you can go on Colourpop.com and you can buy them all individually. They're super inexpensive. I forgot how much this palette was. I believe that they're $5 or $6 individually, and they're just great. The quality is great. The pigmentation is great. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So love. And quickly to finish off on the eyes, I wanted to give a shout out to the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. I mean, they're so amazing. I know these are not new, and I remember when they came out, I want to say maybe a year ago or so, and they were sold out everywhere. So because the holidays were right around the corner, I went back to Sephora because I thought about them again, and I saw a tutorial with Kathleen Light using these, and I picked up the one in the shade Catcall, and I wore this on New Year's Eve actually. And I don't use it as an eyeliner. I don't really think, I mean, it is an eyeliner, I guess, because that's what it says. But I think most people just use it to add some glitter to your lid. And it is so easy to work with, and the pigmentation is amazing. Even on the look that I'm wearing right now, I could, if I wanted to, just add a little bit of this on the lid space, and that's just gonna give you that extra little pop of glitter. It is so beautiful. And yeah, they're just so fun, and they come in an array of colors. This one is like a rosy, rose gold type of shade, and it looks so beautiful. But I love this one. I think they're so fun. Just remember that when you apply them to the lid, let it sit, like look down for a little bit, let them dry, and then you're good to go. They don't transfer, and they're amazing. And the sound that you may or may not hear in the background, I can't do anything about it. It's actually my heat, because it's New York City and it is freezing cold today. I am actually sweating inside because my apartment is so hot, and I can't open the windows because they're frozen shut and the heat is on. It is like I am so hot and I'm dying in the sweater. But yeah, that's the background sound you hear, and I can't do anything about that. That's my heat, guys. So yeah, bear with me, please. Moving on to the face. You guys know I am so picky with foundations, and I actually got a ton of new foundations over the holidays, but this one is, I think it's becoming one of my new favorites. I really love it so much, and it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I think it's relatively new. I mean, I know people have been talking about them on YouTube for a while, but I think they're relatively new, but it's just new to me. I've definitely wanted to try this one for a while, but I just keep forgetting to buy it. So I finally got my hands on them. I'm in the shade 5.5, and it took me a little time to find the right color actually. It is actually the foundation that I'm wearing today, and I really, really love it. I want to say it's a medium coverage, but you can definitely build it up. So if you want like more of a full coverage, you could add on another layer, and it just doesn't look cakey. It looks so natural. I want to say I have dry to combination skin. I'm definitely drier in certain areas, and then I can get a little bit oily on my T-zone, which I think is very normal. But this foundation is just so beautiful because first of all, it doesn't dry the areas where I'm dry, and on the areas that I get a little bit oily throughout the day, it actually lasts longer where I don't have to pat it down or powder or anything like that. So I really, really love this foundation so much. And yeah, I know it's a pricey foundation, and it always happens that the ones we fall in love with has to be pricey, but what can I tell you? To me, it's worth it. I love it, and like I said, it's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and it's just so amazing. Since we're still on the face, I wanted to just quickly talk about the Too Faced Born This Way Translucent Setting Powder. I actually used it today to set my entire face. I like it because it's definitely translucent, so it just goes on sheer, but it doesn't go on too white. Like my other favorite is the RCMA No Color Powder, which I love so much, and that's my #1 for sure. But this one is a little bit darker, so I feel it's a little bit better to set the entire face with. The RCMA powder I will usually use for my under eyes and definitely to bake. But yeah, I really like this setting powder to set my entire face with. And again, that's the Too Faced Born This Way powder. It's called the Ethereal Setting Powder. Great product as well. And since we're still talking about the face, I wanted to talk about a beauty sponge that I have been loving. I think I've been using this sponge for the last 3 months straight. Maybe not this particular one, but this kind. And it's the one by Real Techniques. Let me just show you guys. I love it so much because it has this ankle right here, and it's just so great to bake with. First of all, I love using this to apply my foundation. I just pump out some foundation on my hand, and I dot that all over my face, and then I use this ankle right here, and I just apply my foundation with that. And then when I'm done, of course, I go in with concealer, and I use this sharper ankle, like this tip part, and I just set my concealer with that, and it's just so amazing. But my favorite thing about this sponge is definitely, again, like I keep saying, the ankle right here. Because you guys know I love to bake my contour line to clean up this area, and it's just so amazing when you dip it into powder and you have this ankle right here and you just draw that line. It makes it so easy, much easier than the Beauty Blender, much easier than any sponge I've used, so I love it so much for that reason. And also compared to the Beauty Blender, which is $20, I believe this sponge is $5 or $6. And yeah, I actually prefer this over the Beauty Blender. But yeah, an amazing product. I know that I purchased this at Ulta. I'm not sure where else you can get it, but definitely at Ulta they have the Real Techniques sponges, and they're so amazing. And now a contour palette that I wanted to mention. I know everybody already loves this palette, but it's new to me, and that's the Kat Von D Light and Shade Contour Palette. First of all, the packaging is super cool. And the shades look like this. It is really nice. I believe this only comes in one. I don't think that there are shade ranges, because you do get like 3 contour powders here. You get a lighter, medium, and a darker one. You get these powders for like setting powders that you can use on the under eye. I actually like this banana powder. I like this palette so much because I feel like the shades aren't too intense, whereas you can actually ruin your contour. You know, when you go into with too much or the color isn't right, it can just easily make you look muddy and dirty, and for me this just doesn't do that. It is just so easy to work with. It blends out so great, and yeah, I just really love this, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with this contour palette. And now to a product I've actually had for a long time, and that's the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. And this came out, I think, about a year ago or something like that, and everybody still loves this concealer. It was all over social media, and it was sold out right away, but I actually got it before it sold out. So I've had this for, yeah, probably a year or so, and when I first tried it, I actually didn't like it. As most of you guys know, I don't like to apply too much concealer because I think that the product just sets into defined lines and it just makes your under eyes crease. And that's what this product did to begin with, because I used as much, even though I don't use a lot, I used this the same way as I do my Urban Decay concealer, and I think that's what I did wrong, because this concealer, it is so thick that I literally only use the smallest amount. What I do and what I did love about this so much is it blends like a dream. I mean, honestly, my favorite one is the Urban Decay concealer, but it does not blend as good as the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. But so when I tried it out again, what I did was I'm wearing it today, and I literally just dotted this much for each under eye. I first of all, the wand is like super thick, which I didn't like to begin with either. But yeah, I wipe it off, I scrape it off, so basically have no product on, and I literally just dot like that. This amount to each under eye, and that just covers everything. For that reason, I definitely also really love it, because that means that the product is gonna last you a really long time, so you definitely get your money's worth with this concealer. When you apply this little product, it really doesn't crease on me, it just stays all day. And yeah, I've been really loving this product lately. For those of you guys with darker under eyes, you're gonna love this concealer because it is so thick and so creamy, but it really covers everything. Especially if you just add a little bit more than I do right here, it's gonna cover your entire under eye, and it's gonna look nice and bright and highlighted. And now to the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which is probably also one of my favorite things about makeup, and that's highlighters. I wanted to talk about the Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. Ooh, that was a lot. Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette by the brand Hourglass. And I've seen this all over social media, and everybody was raving about it, so I just had to have it. Let me just show you guys right here. That's what it looks like. You get 3 highlighting shades, and they are so beautiful and so amazing. I really like these type of highlighters. The first one is probably the one that I use the most. It's really a natural glow. Then the middle one is a little bit brighter. It gives you like a more of an intense highlight. And then the last one has more of a pink undertone. But honestly, I'll use all 3 of these, and I really like all of them. Sometimes I blend them together. Let me just swatch them for you. They're very natural. I mean, some people love that intense highlight, and I do too sometimes, but sometimes you like more of a natural glow. You want it to just look like your skin is a little bit wet, that it's a little bit luminous. What I love about these type of highlights is, first of all, they're very natural looking, and also if you do have a little bit of texture, it doesn't show up using these type of highlights. Whereas if you're using a highlight with a lot of glitter or like super intense highlight, it will show up, and yeah, these don't do that. I know this is a pretty pricey palette, and I do have highlighters that are half the price that I love just as much, but this is a new product that I've been using. I'm actually wearing it today, so definitely a product that I've been loving lately. So yeah, you guys, these are some of the products I've been loving lately. I hope this video was helpful for you guys if you're on the lookout for some new makeup. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. Other than that, have a great day or night wherever you guys are, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.